Hello 5th grade, this is Miss Reeser here. I'm just doing lesson 6 for you today. I hope you're having a good time. I hope you get to do some fun things besides schoolwork. And I just want to thank you a lot for all your hard work that you're putting into this. I really, really appreciate that. And I also would like to thank the parents for all the hard work they're doing. We couldn't do this without you, and so thank you for being willing to work with us. So, to our lesson 6, we're continuing to talk about poetry. In lesson 1, we talked about figure of speech. Lesson 2, we talked about rhythm, the repeated sounds throughout a poem. And we learned about iambic rhythm, which is unaccented accented. So soft and then harder, soft and then harder. So that's what we call iambic rhythm. And then lesson 3, we talked about rhyme, the repeated, the same sounds. When words have the same sounds, they rhyme. And in lesson 4, you should have talked about reading poetry by thought. Okay? So if you say, "Hush, little baby, don't you cry," you're going to say that soft and gently. But if, let me just turn back here. But if you say clap and jump and shout for joy, you're not going to be quiet and soft for that. So when you're reading poetry, you should look at the words and use expression to convey the message that the words are giving. Okay? Today, we're learning about, in lesson 6, we're learning about feet in poetry. So we have 2 new vocab words, and they are meter and poetic foot. Okay? And you've probably heard meter before. You've probably learned about it in math class, and you've learned about feet in math class, but these are different, okay? So forget, when we're in English class, forget about what you learned about meters and feet in math class, and we're going to learn something new about them. So a meter is a rhythm pattern that's repeated throughout the poem, okay? And we'll look at one then. But just remember that a meter is a rhythm pattern that's repeated throughout the poem. And a poetic foot is one marking pattern in a poem. Okay? So to give you an example of that, I'm going to mark off the rhythm pattern of this line. Iambic marches with a steady beat. I'm going to turn this around. So it's accent, unaccented, accent. That's what we call iambic rhythm. So one poetic foot would be one accented mark and one unaccented mark and one accented mark. So that is one poetic foot, okay? The next poetic foot is unaccented mark, accented mark. So that's 2 feet. See how I can write upside down there. All right, not very good. Not very well. Okay, so poetic foot is, for iambic, is one unaccented and one accented. One unaccented, one accented. Then we have a third foot here. With one unaccented, one accented. Okay, and a fourth foot and a fifth. So there's a total of 5 feet in this line because there's a total of 5 patterns, unaccented, accented. Okay, so that is what a poetic foot is, and you'll be working with that in your lesson today. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact me. I prefer video calls because it's easier to talk face-to-face rather than communicating through text. So I appreciate video calls, and even if you don't have questions, I like hearing from you. I miss you guys, and it's good to hear from you. So feel free to send me a video or a text or something, just for anyhow. All right, 5th grade, I want you to know I'm praying for you and missing you.